me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh. Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Set 18 Gator. Let's go. Check. Cross. Shady weapon. There goes.
Throwing on first down. Eason. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so much.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Back to throw. Eason. He'll find Taylor. That's complete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
You go, go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
31's the mic. I'm coming to you, son.
Hey, Jet.
31's the mic. Watch the pass.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which they are really working in sync right now.
This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Five. 6'6", bullet high.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field.
Here we go.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 3rd down, Taylor. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
20! And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Hey, wahoo!
Locke now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That's the one you make the
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Mike, check. 59. Hey, go.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check three. You draw quarters.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Mike. And watch the ball. Ready.
Trying to power it ahead with one. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now to the air. Locke. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point now by Boswell. pass is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Past the 20, 10, touchdown in the... A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He finds his man Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down. It's Lindsey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
Watch tight,
Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And he'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, high 7.
50, Mike's 50.
Rock it.
Watch the screen.
Hit it.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the win.
He completes it to Nelson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Mike 55. It's been long.
Hey, Delta. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
From the gun, Morgan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Lindsey here. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another run by Lindsey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Get the ball. Check. Hard. Tight up. Hey, alert 3. Hey, lock it. We got double up. Let's go.
Now Morgan to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking to throw. Morgan. Catch made here by Campbell. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times. Because
under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
50 to Mike. Here we go.
2nd and 14. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Morgan now. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Morgan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 11 now. Locke, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. To throw is Morgan. To throw on 2nd down. He's got Burton here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Morgan. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain on 3rd. Here's Morgan operating from the gun. He's got it to Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Matchbox right. Hey, Charlie. Check 43.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A little juke. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check right, check right. Go out. Smalls. No. Check. Fresh up. Ready.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Ready. I got you, Pop. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Faking the give to Lindsey, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Block now to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 10-2 start. Hey, exit. 2.
Locke working out of the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. Morgan throwing to start the drive, and the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.